Hi, I'm Sam. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the Armed Forces pay increase that should be happening in 2024. Now, how's it all come about? So basically what has happened now is that the government have written to the Armed Forces pay review body saying that they're ready for their recommendations on the pay increase for the soldiers and RAF and Navy for 2024. Now, there's a couple of things that I don't understand. That they know this is going to happen in April. So everything that comes after April gets backdated to April. But they've just written to them now. So last year, exactly the same happened, and the pay increase came out in June, I think it was, of 2023. 5%. Perfect. I'm going to get into that in a minute. But this year they've left it late again, and they think that the information for the pay increase probably won't come out until July of this year. It will be backdated up till April, or backdated to April of this year. But what I don't understand, I've never understood it, is why they leave it so long. Soldiers need pay rises, that's absolutely obvious. But why they leave it so late, then they go all the way to June, July, and then have to backdate it all, where they could start this whole process last year, ready for April, the new tax year, when the pay rise should really come in. But they don't. But I don't know why. Maybe some of you guys do. But last year, I thought that we'd get around a 1 or 2% pay rise, and lots of people commented saying I was talking rubbish and it is going to be much higher than that. And it turned out I was actually talking rubbish. It was much higher than that. It was a 5% pay rise with £1,000 consolidation pay as well. I'll go into what that means now. But I just also want to go into why I thought it would only be a 1 or 2% pay rise. And I think it's only going to be a small percent pay rise again this year. So coming up on your screen now are some figures about the history of, I'm just going to get my laptop, about the history of pay rises for the Armed Forces since 2011. Okay, so as you can see, 2011, 2013, pay sector pay freeze. 2013 to 2018, pay was capped at a 1% increase. 2018, there's a 2% pay rise with 0.9% non-consolidated payment, which meant that the 0.9% was spread, I think, across that year into your salary. So it upped your salary by 0.9% throughout the year. So it might have been like 0.5% for 6 months and 0.4% after that. 2019 was 2.9% pay rise. 2020, 2%. 2021, pay was paused. 2022, 3.75. 2023 is 5% plus £1,000 consolidated payment, which meant your pay went up by 5%, then you got £1,000 extra on top of that pay. So say you went from like 50 to 52,500, then you got £1,000 on top of that, which meant you went up to 53,500. But looking at all of that history on there, this is why I thought 2023 would be a little bit less, and we'd be like 1 or 2%, because everything else we've had pay cap, we've had 2%, is 2.9, 2%, is 2%, etc. in 2020. So me again, this year, I think pay might go down and probably be, even though I totally get it, the cost of living has gone up hugely. I can't see it being any more than 5%, and it wouldn't surprise me if it was 2 or 3%, because we always get less than the police and the fire service and nurses and doctors. We always get less. So I think when we got the 5% last year, the likes of the firemen were getting like 7%, police 6%, junior doctors 6%, so on and so forth. We always get less. And that 5% is generally averaged out. So the likes of new soldiers, they got almost a 10% pay rise. Commanders with 2-star generals, things like that, they got a 5.7% pay rise. So it all changes. That 5% is almost pretty much just averaged out. So this is why I think we might get a little bit lower than the 5% this year. But it wouldn't surprise me if it was even more, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was even less. It really is kind of like no real pattern to the types of pay rises that we get, even though cost of living skyrockets year on year. When we had our public sector pay freezes and pay was capped at 1%, there was no way the cost of living was only increasing by 1%. So that's where we are at this moment in time when it comes to pay. It'll probably come out in July, like I said earlier, so there will be a good bit of money backdated, but I don't understand why it cannot come out any sooner. If you do have any comments on this, or just tell me what you think personally the pay rise will be, and we can have a good old discussion perhaps in the next video. Other than that, please like, subscribe. Hope this has helped shed some light on the matter, and see you soon. Take care. Bye.